will. I don't know how to build a school. I was saying fifth wheel. Did Ethan come over? What's that, Jimmy? Didn't look like that. I'm depressed. Or excuse for any how I look. Remember to regard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. I don't know what the community guidelines are. I'm in a sad, depressed state right now. People probably don't want to hear anything I got to say. At first, some of the deer chipping look rough. I mean, where's my cat? I don't want to show it. I thought. Wow. I need to be doing some things. It's like, can I just do the illegal? I mean, it wouldn't be made for kids. People don't know what I don't care at the moment. Lost the muscle. Is this going? You ever garden on anything? Tomato plants. It's like, where would I do it? I need to. If I remain here, I gotta keep my mowing in mind, not let the mowing get ahead. I don't know. That'd have to be a bunch of grow lights or grow plants. I don't know. I can't think of grow lights. You gotta be able to. I don't know. What's everything? Just you're slaving to make money. I don't know. Where's the balance? I gotta figure out something. My brain is sad. I don't know. I'm just saying, man, it sucks for me. I'm being limited. People, she's hard to talk to. Believe me, I know. But and so are a lot of people. I'm sometimes hard to talk to. That's hard to explain. Brandon Hawkins not always easy to talk to. She can be easy to talk to, man. I don't know how to explain that. Like she gets somebody's, I don't know. It's just it's just the concept of me. Call me OCD or not. People have screwed me up. They didn't let me have closure. They've been hitting at me on and off for about a year now for child support online. And or just there's been hints online for about children, and then I purposely divulged in 2021. I'm like, she had to be pregnant, and they knew. I mean, I went over it. That's been like a big deal. That has kind of consumed something, and there'll be times I kind of let it go, forget about it, and I don't know. This is so sad. A woman that ends up putting you in that deceptively, presuming she was really pregnant. You don't even get a straight up answer from her. It's like, how did she get involved in such? Whose idea? Who was the originator of the idea? How do you even get associated to something like that? How many times has she done it? I mean, I've never heard. It's like it won't be fit for me to say right here. Like she told me a certain something before the end of summer 2018. Until after she got around a certain group of people, she never heard a certain set mentioned. I've never heard somebody talk about miscarriages so much over the span of time. Different people talk about that same person, like miscarriage. 2013. Right after she moves in with me and showing me a clot. She's like, oh, I know my body. It's early miscarriage. I'm like, oh, really? Well, that never can happen again. And bam, 2 or 3 months later, I'm thinking, oh, do you want to have a kid? I know we don't have either have a driver's license, blah, blah, blah. She said no. It was to Dr. Michael Cogrove. If the guy wasn't in disguise, I think he knew she was pregnant from the very first appointment, if she was. Her weight was 220 something pounds. Anyway, I don't have to get into all that. I mean, no way she is acting. Why would anybody act like that here? You know, like late April 2019, after I've done a Walmart online order, after I filed taxes with Intuit TurboTax. I shouldn't have been legally blind on that one. If I did, I don't remember. I shouldn't have had, I don't think I had Larry Parker Sr. down as head of household here. I mean, I think all that could be amended. I got no problem amending to that. Let's hope I pay for it if there's a penalty or something. I don't know how she filed her taxes. She sat on the living room here, like March 2019, filed her taxes on the Moto E4 4044. I didn't look, I didn't help. I don't know what she filed. If she put my name on there, never told me. Scotty Abbott, totally not aware of it. She's just saying $500 thing due to Subway. No, see, I guess that would be the common denominator with her. She always gets excited over money. That's what Norton LifeLock told me on the phone, like January 2021. They're like, maybe that's what she's after. I guess because I get that $5, you get $5, I get $5 to cash up. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just with the collective experience with. I mean, kid breed don't know. And in human terms, I don't really get to relate to it with anybody. I mean, they don't. I've been to some major doctor's appointments in my day where, you know, it's like in hindsight, something's not getting ingrained in my memory because the people are lying to me. You know, I mean, the whole thing screams medical malpractice, fraud, rape, deception, and I shouldn't have a smile on my face, especially if a son of mine comes. And you're going to tell me that the people that claim to be family court judge, like Andy Reiner, that I don't get it. Was it his idea? If it was, whose idea was it? Drug up a kid of mine before birth. What y'all expect out of it? I mean, I don't know if she's with Billy Cogburn, Brad Cruz. I don't know. It's like, tell it. If she's with Brian Johnson, if she's a married woman, I forget about her. I need to forget about her anyway. I mean, I hope I can get my settlement. I don't know what they're wanting. I mean, that's a sad deal. She got to meet the kid ahead of me. She gave a kid away. She drugged up the kid. She didn't even give a damn about a kid. She told me 2018, nope, don't want a kid. I was asking. The idea was growing on me. And then that was before the adoption papers in Madison. So the more I talk about, I mean, yeah, I guess she can come off the guessing game this has been. She always likes controlling guys that get something in her pocket that she wants. I guess I had something hanging in my balls, sperm, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I have nothing to hope for her, unless she's. I don't guess I got anything to hope for with her anymore. I wish the phones would just plainly tell me. Maybe they have. Maybe it was true. I don't want to believe it. I'm just saying that's what hurts. You end up with a woman, you know, that you're thinking like, oh, I like the dynamic somewhat. If she didn't lie, if she didn't steal, I didn't know she's gonna be the type to get pregnant and not say anything about it. I guess she was. I don't know. I guess she had to be. I mean, doing something, she's just popping up, and she's like kind of like got like, you know, or a higher pitched voice, or just saying, I'm ready to make the tubal. I'm ready to make the tubal. Something we talked about more than once, but not necessarily that year. And her weight is like at the peak I've ever seen it that I know of. I'm saying it's sad if she's living with the people that are asking for child support. That's like more to me, more conflict of interest. She got to meet the kid, you know. If she did, I don't know. It's just like it's like I got nothing to build with her, you know. Bam. I can't even go into damage control. If I can, nobody's telling me. I mean, I don't know. It's not been a good situation. I don't know how to put it. She left for like how many days in June 2019. The day after we went canoeing, like June the 2nd. I don't know what day she came back. June the 5th. The appointment was on June the 6th. That might have been the day I done the pelvic the live video, Facebook Live. I'm not for sure. First appointment went to Dr. Michael Cogrove, got sent away. I think that was in either late April or early May 2019. You know, on the very first appointment, he's telling her 5 undocumented miscarriages. He's standing up, her and I are sitting down in chairs. He's like, so you've had 5 undocumented miscarriages. And my brain is, I'm thinking 5. I mean, she just got done writing something out, you know, like 30 minutes earlier, whenever out there in the lobby, I'm sitting beside her, blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking like 5. I'm like, I've never heard of 5. I've heard of 1, 2013, Jonathan Carburn. Don McIntosh knew about that, among others. Don McIntosh was on the in front north of the Holly Bush, not far where the Honey RV. What do you call them at RV? It's not a camper, but it's RV. It's not a motorhome, but it's RV. I'm standing there right beside her. She's getting on the phone with Brianna Van Auken, Jonathan Carburn's girlfriend, wanting to know if she would babysit Larissa Carburn and Brianna Carburn. So Don McIntosh and I could go to Hot Springs. And Dawn's like, she's like, okay, you take care of that baby. And then Dawn's telling me, she said she can't babysit. She can't handle that extra stress. She's high risk. Excuse. She'll make up excuses. She might be on pills then. Who knows? I really hardly ever saw Brianna Van Auken up until summer 2015, which was the first time I met Madison Page Lou. I never really got to know her. I don't know if she remembers it. She was there when Brianna Carburn's one of her grandmothers, Bonnie Carburn's trailer burned down. Like just a couple of days after that, Brianna Van Auken drives my Nissan truck. Jonathan Carburn up front passenger, Madison in the back seat, me in the back seat. It's a sunny afternoon. We're leaving out of the trailer park. Seemed like, I can't say for sure, might have went over the Slatington Mountain. I think so. Like you was going to Little Missouri Falls and then went to Fancy Hill that way. I don't know. That might have been the night that evening Dave killed a deer. I can't say for sure. Dave Cogburn. But anyway, while me and Jonathan Carver are sitting in the back seat of the Nissan Frontier, and he says, I'll pick y'all up in about 10 minutes or whatever he said. He's like, it's out there in the woods laid down. I can't tell you what caliber of a gun he had. It was pretty loud. It was not no 22 long rifle. Surely it was. It was. I don't know what he had. 30. Hell, I don't even know. But that was before dark. And then Jonathan ends up having it in the bathtub at Bonnie's. I don't know if Daniel was there or not. But there was a day I saw Daniel there with Loretta. Hey, I'm recording back. What was Loretta's daughter's name? Was it Maddie? Yeah. Loretta's daughter. I think they called her Maddie. Anyway, when Bonnie's trailer burned down, when we go over there, it's like it's still. Oh, here comes Ethan. It's smoking from the center. Jonathan caught a bat at this old house. It was dark. Him and Madison went in there. I stayed in the truck. Do I need to put any dogs out? Lock the door? I'll go ahead and tell it. I mean, not like a brag on me. Late 2015, I'd be on the phone with Jonathan. I was going to go up there and hang out with him and Brandon Van Auken. He starts talking fast. He's like, hey, my old lady may be going to jail. I don't know if they're going to impound the truck or not. I was already heading up there. They were at the Mina movie place. And when by the time I get up there, he found a driver. They didn't impound the vehicle. Long story short, Brandon Van Auken went to jail. Madison was in school. Madison Page Fryer. Jonathan and I went and got her out of jail. I walked in there with him. Got her out of jail before Madison got out of school. That's all I can say is as a bit late 2015, maybe before birthday. Or about February 2016. I know I'm in the trailer park in the living room up there, telling Jonathan Coburn and Brandon Van Auken. I'm like, I've talked to Don McIntosh on the phone from Missouri. I said, I don't know if she's coming to Arkansas or not. One of them days, I spent the night, 2 nights with Brandon Van Auken and Jonathan Coburn. I'm leaving. We drank beer the other day. I get an incoming call as Rebecca Hendon. She's like, where are you doing? I said, oh, I'm in Mina, about to leave Mina. I've been hanging out with Jonathan and his girlfriend. She's like, oh, well, that means you've been doing meth. I said, no. I said, a lot of beer. About fall of 2019, or right before fall, no, 2015. Brandon Van Auken's in that trailer. It's daylight. She's in scrubs. I don't know what made her do this. I thought she reminded me of Lori Fortner. Hair color, a little bit of the build, like she reminds me of Lori Fortner under Dr. Michael Verser. And anyway, she shows me her ankle, where she's got the what do you call it, edema. Because she could push on her ankle and it would do like fluid retention. You can push and leave the dent. And I'm just like, I don't know why she showed me, but she did. I don't even think nobody's like drunk on alcohol. And she's wearing scrubs, like she'd already been in from the nursing home. I said, I said, you're not used to standing on hard floors like that, are you? And she's like, no, not lately. And I said, I'm like, you need better insoles or better tennis shoes. You need a decent pair of tennis shoes. And I'm like, my mother ended up having to get inserts to make the arch in the nursing home floors. I thought one of my thoughts that I don't know if I really told them. I thought her and Jonathan had like a pretty good thing going in a way. It seemed like there was a trailer park, but things are clean and order. She's making money. I don't know. But I don't know if I should get into the deal. 2015, I had her get a pregnancy test, not because of me. She comes out of the bathroom. Madison wasn't there. It's hard for me to say what month it was, but I know she ordered some movies to the right of New China. Yeah, I watched what was that? The Nicolas Cage movie, Joe? Joe. Anyway, she came out of the hallway. She's like, the way she said it though. Does this mean she's an expert? This is part of her job? She comes out of the hallway. It's not even dark yet. She's like, I missed my period. And I just say, oh, I'm like, well, you need to get a pregnancy test. And that's when she'd made like nacho salad or whatever. Jonathan, I'm sipping on beer, and Jonathan's got his to go. I get in the back seat of my Nissan Frontier. No, I don't know where Madison was at. I can't tell you what month this was. Between August and September. Uh, oh, Lane. Between August, September, uh, 2015. And I wonder how his mother's doing, Lisa Miller. Um, um, anyway, so she goes and rents the movies under her existing account, but I handed her like a card or something. Me and Jonathan stay out in the truck. That white dog that stayed in the trailer, I was impressed it didn't eat the food on the kitchen table. It was a low kitchen table. The like nacho salad, taco salad that she made. Would you call it taco salad? I think it had Doritos. It was actually pretty good. That's why I started thinking like she's a pretty good cook. And Jonathan, right when we were leaving the driveway, I'm like, so your dog, your white pit bull, it won't get that bowl of food on the kitchen table. He's like, you better not. I was impressed when we got back and the dog hadn't. But then fast forward, okay, that's 2015. Fast forward to right after Christmas Day, 2015. The dog got outside on the storm, or the left dog chained out on the storm, thunder. December 25th, 2015, got up to record breaking 76 degrees. The dog's like trying to go through the wall outside the door to get in because scared of storms. I remember them talking about that. I didn't see the results of it. And that, I don't know if that's the first or second trailer they rented. In that same area, they rented like two different single wide trailers. Just to say, we done meth there a couple of times. Never in front of Madison. Never. One night here, I think Van Auken rode with us. I'm showing her these little pills I'd gotten prescribed. Okay, what year did I get prescribed those? Right before fall of 2015 from Dr. Abogany, cardiology, Coreg. We're in the kitchen. I show her these little pills because, there's one night me and her and Jonathan are doing that in the kitchen, in the bathroom here. About on our way back to Mina, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I show her these little pills, and Brad Van Auken says, she says they're tiny. She says that lets you know they're dangerous. Summer 2016, around the other side of this window, Don McIntosh trimmed her hair out there. We didn't, nothing. Yeah, hang on, don't look at me. I gotta hide my paraphernalia. We never did nothing hardcore. I don't know. I can't say anything bad was done in regard to Madison. Not that I'm aware of, not in front of me. I wasn't around her much. I know she's got to remember Jonathan. Then after that, we're like in Mina, or I don't know, he ended up having December 18th, 2015 at Branding Iron. We went there to eat. I'm already sipping on beer. As soon as we get in the parking, I'm telling Brandon All came like, well, you can probably have 2 drinks within an hour and be okay to drive. After that, we went to Buckhorn to get more beer. I was wanting to play a game of pool. That didn't happen. If it wouldn't been for smoking cigarettes, I'd been cool for Madison to go in there. They never spent the night here until like spring 2016. Jonathan Cogburn, Brad Van Auken. Because they had an appointment the next morning. Jail court is either Pike County or City or Murfreesboro. I better not keep talking about any of that. Her and Joanna got stealing cigarettes. I was not there when it happened. I got the Larry's Charity Cogburn's dad's maroon Blazer broke down. I'm here with Don McIntosh. Just got back from Glenwood. She had to do something at Western Union, and Jonathan's calling saying, "Hey, can you come pick us up?" I didn't know the cops were going to be there and all that. Um, um, Jonathan would talk about like late summer or fall 2015. He had to go put the tracks back on at the Queen Wilhelmina Mountain. Something about Ronnie Wagner was operating it, the little bitty train. Um, I mean, for real, like summer 2015 to late September 2017. I never was left ever alone with Brianna Van Auken, like not over 3 minutes. Never done anything out of the way with her. I drove her somewhere once when Jonathan Coburn was helping J.C. Baber put in a transmission at Jason Watts. Knew Brianna Van Auken was up at the hill in Norman, and I just told Jonathan, I'm like, well, I can go pick her up if you want. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And went picked her up and went right back. That was it. That was like the only time we were like alone. Um, um, I've seen her summer 2016. Jonathan wasn't here. I think I might have gave her one. I don't know. She's at the well shed. Don McIntosh was here. She'd been smoking. We had smoked some meth, and then Brandon Auken was like asking for a Klonopin or something. I said, "Don't you need to be careful with those, like the uppers and downers?" And she's like, Klonopin. She's like, they actually make me up. Um, um, Don threatened to smash in the Kia van one night here. The people that were in the vehicle were Sissy Hart, Derek Coburn, Brandon Auken. That was right before I think Gladys come back. Surely she didn't come back. Yeah, it was right before Gladys Scribbling come back. 2016. I never, just truth be told, I never really walking until June 2018. And then odds are, you know, I see Crystal Crawford in person here June the 1st, 2018, and then not that either June or July. I don't know. I'm telling Brianna Van Auken about Crystal Crawford, and yeah, I recommended Crystal. It was either over Meta Messenger. She said her neck had bothered her. She said she'd done 2 things that week: rode Arkansas Twister roller coaster at Magic Springs and went canoeing. And she already told us, some people here, that she'd already maxed out the Bowflex dumbbell curls on the men's. I saw her biceps that day, June the 1st, 2018. That's the biggest I'd ever seen her biceps. She's like, what, not even 5'2", 5'1". Anyway, her and I talked a little bit, a couple of times, like what, May, June, July, over the phone and Messenger. I asked if I could be friends with her on Facebook. I'd be careful what I would share, not be trying to be too personal. Would you ask your husband, Mark Crawford, if he would care for you and I be friends on Facebook? I'm on the phone with her later, and she's like, I brought up your name, you're a sore subject. He's redheaded and he's got deep roots. So I didn't push that. I can't remember when she called me on the video deal. If it's late 2019, no, it went late 2019. Maybe. She called me when she's in Oklahoma. I actually, one of the times that Brandon Auken was gone, 5 days in August or 10 days September 2018, I'm in the backyard, the sun's not down. I'd like text Crystal like, hey, is it okay to talk? She's like, yeah, you can for a little bit or something. And I'm like mopey, depressed. I'm like, the woman was here, she's gone. She's like, maybe she'll come back. And she said something about how she looked. She's like, oh, the woman I saw there that day, June the 1st, 2018. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's Shannon Bates. I'm like, she's almost 50 years old. I'm like, Brandon Auken wasn't here that day. I'm like, she showed up a few days after that. I purposely grilled or maybe about Jodie Fogel's death. Anybody say anything about it? Know anything about it? I didn't tell her anything I'd done earlier that year. If I did, it's very abstract, general. Like, well, I reported some things I knew. I didn't get into nitty gritty. Nope. Uh-uh. Anyway, let me just shift gears. You know, the Dr. Michael Cogrover experience, 2019, that's a bad trauma for me. You know, I've been to a lot of doctor's appointments. That's bad. Mistrust, so on and so forth. Where are they going? Where did Brianna, where are you at? Did they all load up? Can't walk back. Where are they going? Huh? Talk to me. She had to be pregnant. She was. I've went through it in my mind. I don't want to tell the details of it. I should have a smile on my face. She knew, the doctor knew, a bunch of staff knew, and then the kid got sent to one of my enemies. Somebody that hated my mother, Debbie Abbott, before she died, wanted my mother to die, probably just wanted me to die, wanted this property and View Airship. I don't know if she had twins. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, like him is not good. Very unprofessional. Outright criminal. 2015, 2017. Probate matter, glass scribbling, my late grandmother. It's like anybody that's been important in my life or even where I would think would have the potential of importance. It's like they just destroy it just about. I speculate. I don't know. I mean, my grandfather's had a pacemaker put in. My grandmother's had filters put in. My grandmother's had an artificial hip put on each side 2 different times. Another hip surgery, metal deal. I'm used to doctors telling you things for the most part, and like, okay, thank you for saying that. Like I shook the Dr. Michael Cogrove's hand after he did what they called the pelvic ultrasound. I'm thanking him for being thorough. And you're going to tell me that how did it happen if Brandon Hawken got to meet the kid and live with the kid? It's not something she thinks about year to year, you know. Don McIntosh told me on the phone June, July to ask for an order of protection against me. And he said, no, I'm not giving you one. Don McIntosh told me October 2020 that whether I knew it or not, Brandon Hawken and my mom were doing pharmaceutical pill trades. I don't know. Did my mom get the pills from Brandon Hawken? It's possible. I don't know how I would know. I don't know how to figure that out. Are you the only one here, Ethan, or is that Brianna? They go over there to the RV? Where's Brianna? Okay. Thank you. How's your dog? How's your dog? Well, what took place yesterday? It was like day before yesterday. Okay. What causes that? I appreciate you saying sorry. And what else causes it? You and I talked about it over a week ago. Like Lane got mad over something. When y'all got dropped off in Glenwood, somebody pulling a knife in the back seat. I'm in here doing a live YouTube video if it's legit. I don't guess anybody views it. Huh?
nothing really ever escalated from there, you know?
How many knives you got?
I ain't got enough. I got something secret. I don't know. No, it ain't enough though. It's glass.
Did y'all go somewhere last night?
Uh,
With like Michael Fryer? I shouldn't be saying the name on here on YouTube. I'm gonna get in trouble.
uh,
Because I went over there and knocked. I didn't hear anything. The truck was, it's like midnight. I walked over there.
no, I don't really remember going anywhere last night.
Huh. Well, y'all must have been quiet in the camper.
I don't know. I don't really
Or
remember,
RV. I keep calling it camper.
but I'll be in here. I don't know. Probably,
How do you get in touch with Brevin Arkin? Is she with Billy Cogburn?
I do not know that.
It's the
I don't know.
biological kid thing makes me keep wondering about her, but hell, unless I'd be sober, I don't know like her pills. I could do some gardening with that woman and plants if she went with me. I mean, I might as well look at it. If she's already living with Andy Reiner, Brian Johnson, married off, might as well forget it. Don't want me. Yeah, I'm sure he made kids. She's happy where she's at. Whatever. They screwed me on that. I don't know. That's if I believe the internet phones. I just hadn't anticipated it to go well for me. I just want her to want to be regulated, learn to be regulated, and then like it. I didn't want her to go to an enemy before me. She's single, me and her be in that situation, that memory with her or that potential bond. I mean, what else can a guy in my situation ask for, you know? I don't want fake, you know, I don't want pretend. I don't want a situation to be like, oh, she's already met the kid, but she's going to pretend she hasn't. Stupid. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I unless the kid's been out of country longer than I know, I guess you could say it's like not my kid. You know, I don't guess I got anything to hope for on that, other than I don't want to be bothered about child support. I guess or keep them watched like a hawk, monitored. But that hurts bad with what that woman's done to me, and then Arkansas government, if they have, like, oh, we have an Aachen. Here, you can meet the kid. Like, we're going to treat you different. We're going to serve you of adoption papers, and here, you can cook for us, and you can meet the kid. You meet the kid you gave away. So we already know Scotty's heart's been bleeding. We want to make it bleed more. We know you don't really care about Scotty anyway. You never did. Because that's the sad story on this. Really, unless somebody cuts me straight or tells me something differently, I guess unless something changes, I need to forget about her, forget about having any biological kid. Time keeps going. You know, I mean, no, I've logged in lots of hours. I mean, typing, you know, starting 2021, a whistleblower, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I mean, I've logged in, man. I saw a number of things like, you know, this is Arkansas, this is America, this doesn't need to be taking place. I'm like, if there's a Dr. Michael Cogrove out there like that, people would want to know. You know, I mean, that's sad. Like, Marissa's supposedly just recently going to a doctor. I don't even get to know anything on that, you know. Might as well forget about that. You know, I don't even get to give her a heads up. Like, do not go to National Park. If there's a Dr. Cogrove there, avoid. Like, I can't believe he's still practicing there if he is. I've heard though she's being sober, unlike whatever I went through with Brian Van Auken. And Facebook's not been a good experience. Facebook is hateful. I don't know if it's Facebook, Android that does it, and or the government, both. Anyway, I guess the biggest thing I was hoping for this year and like last year in regard to Brandon Hawkins would be like, I will totally be sober if she be sober and just learn more about the situation. Because I've had so many hints for like a year now about child support. It's like, really? You know? And even one of the phones, like before fall last year, was saying something about like co-payments. I don't know what meant co-payments. Like her, me, I don't know. I get tired of guessing. And then the common name that the phones have said since like summer 2021 is just the name Andy. And then some references to Michael Griblin. And then off and on, Johnson. And even before fall 2021 saying Arkansas attorneys. I'm just gonna say they've done a number. I'd like to know how they done it. If they got Brandon Hawkins and got her relocated, man, it's like, God bless y'all, so screwed me over. Y'all put the icing on the cake of what do I have to talk to her about anymore? She's happy where she's at. So soon enough, I guess this is summing up, unless there's something I don't know. I gotta forget about Brandon Hawkins. I gotta forget about possibility of a biological child. Time keeps going. Obviously, nobody wants me to know. You know, nobody's upfront about anything. I'm as 2022. I said, what? I said, if Andy Reiner got the kid, I said, watch, Brandon Hawkins end up living there. Show me the kid before me. I said it out loud. Not long after I cleaned off the 100-year-old toddler rocking chair, causing other people torment and pain. And I guess his little buddy, Brian Johnson's like that too. Very unprofessional attorneys. Unprofessional. Criminal. I mean, so this whole experience really for me, all of it, just going Dr. Cover. Unless there's something good about it, I don't know what I got good out of it on that part, on the medical part of it. Horror story. You can't trust doctors, can't trust attorneys. You definitely can't trust the woman you is with. I mean, I already knew that part. She's on the phone with her mother, Pamela, under this roof, like summer 2019, saying, hey, your sister, Jerry Lee, and her husband, Eric, is going to invest 10 grand for a surrogate mother so they can have their own biological child. And if it happens, they'll save a lot of money on child support. I saw a photo of the black kids that over a month ago, Brianna Carbon's Samsung phone on Facebook, purposely gone there to look around. I didn't even say photo. I was like, I'm like, I know I keep hearing about people having twins. Shirley Davis, like great grandkids. Who else? Eric Lee and Jerry Lee. Brandon Hawkins told me that August, September 2023, only because I asked her. She's like, they got twins, and I didn't even know the gender. Anyway, like December 2023 or January 2024, I go on Facebook. So I'm at some Christmas thing where Eric Lee, Jerry Lee. I real quickly ruled that out. I'm like, okay, I've never been with a black woman. Like, surely I'm not the father. And that is, I'd have to wonder, like, who, if I am the biological father, how did they do that? How did they get my sperm, unless they planted an egg into Brandon Hawkins? And then who would have been the mother? Holly Ben Hawkins' significant other? I've never met her, maybe seen a photo of her once. So it's like, I'm not even been with that mother, I don't even know, but, it's like the way I was wanting to bond a memory with, if Brandon Hawkins was in the right place with it, like if her and I had a biological kid together, I would like to met that kid first with her, hopefully with her being sober and single, go with that memory, but I guess not. So the only kids I've seen a photo of would be those two black kids. I think there were two black girls. I showed them to Brandon Cogburn. So So I was trying to do some research real quick. Just I was wanting to see what a kid looked like by me and Brand Van Auken. I was just wanting to see, like, if there's a 3-year-old or almost 5-year-old out there. I was wanting to see, but not with my enemy, and I go to the one of Shirley Davis's relatives and try to look at a photo. It didn't have a photo there to see those twins. So that gets hard on my brain there because the ages don't add up, So I don't know what they all done, So if people were trying to get a kid by me, why? Just because they wanted property? That kind of like child support for me? Pre-plan it, do it just devious? I mean, you expect me to sit back and just be all happy about it? People have known about it for a long time, I guess, And people don't like me. These people all hate me, I guess. I don't know Brand Van Auken, if she's with Billy Cogburn or somebody else. Single, sober, I don't know. I don't know. If she hadn't got to live with Madison yet, I wish, we could like work into that, I don't know. I'd have to get to coordinate something on behalf of Brand Van Auken and her not fully know it, but I have a feeling it's just too late. Just try to believe the hints of the phones. She's living with some prick ass attorney that I hate, that probably helped kill my mother directly or indirectly. Brand Van Auken wouldn't look at it from that angle at all. She wouldn't understand that at all. And even if she did, she wouldn't really even care, I don't guess. So the summary is since nobody's telling me much of anything plainly, I guess I just need to forget about it. What else is there to do? That's about it, right? Focus, see if what inspired them to be sober. I don't know. So I mean, I did enjoy gardening with Van Auken a little bit, spring, summer 2019. Doggy Jasmine, I hope she's still out there, but I don't know. Van Auken likes the controlling bad guys, I guess. That's all there is. I hope you're not doing porn videos. I hope nobody's coaching Madison to do that. A phone's hitting to me this time a year ago saying need money for the business. What? Nudity? What? I asked Brand Van Auken last time she was here. I said, if somebody ever deleted private content you sent me, like 2019, 2020, and it got leaked or stolen and they made money off of that without your permission or without you knowing, would you be mad about it? She said, yeah. I even told her right when she got here, like on the front porch, January 2022, I said, if something you ever sent me got leaked, I said, just know I didn't do it on purpose. I said, I've signed up with Norton LifeLock, Identity Guard. I said, my brain's been to Egypt and back. I'm just saying that's the worst thing, man. Why do people gotta be that hateful? It's because they hate me. That's where I gotta sum up on this. Unless she is with like Vicki Lynn Wagner or Billy Cogburn or that area or Eric Lee, Jerry Lee. I mean, man, it's like as much as I've talked about this, you want to tell me that weren't even going to grant me like, hey, I'll be sober, you be sober. Just learn about the situation. Just she already knew about it, but she didn't know like if I was going to be hammered for what child support or who's wanting what, who got what. She don't know my past experience of Brian Johnson and Andy Reiner. That don't mean nothing to her. And she don't know any of that timeline like I do in an instant. It just feels like rape, repeated rape. That's what Andy Reiner likes to do, is humiliate and take. Andy Reiner can't have a child or his wife. They have to steal one. That's the way they are. And then wear a cape and be on the internet. I'm a child superhero. Really? Really? What do you do? Just look at porn all day on the government internet and say you're taking it down? What makes him a child hero? What, just taking down child pornography that he enjoys, he gets aroused at doing. It's my suspicion. Yep, it's my suspicion. And he fits the profile, you know. There's a little bit I've read about him just in the past year or two. I mean, after law school, Russellville, Arkansas, child support. He's that extreme screamer, like the guilty dog that barks first, the extremity, trying to look like he's putting himself in the position to be a savior to children, constantly wanting to work around children. I think he may have obsessions. I think he may have ideologies, grandiose ideologies on the Bible, religion. No telling. I don't know where he got fixated on me. He had to. I bet John Maddox II would know quite a bit about it. I mean, Jerry Bergs told me in person a certain year, said, if Andy Reiner's got your phone number, you're in trouble. I don't know what made him say that. I think that was said before I ever dated anyone. I'm like, where's this coming from? I'd type it in and it'd be like track phone Andy Android. Man, he don't know how. Brianna Van Auken already done me pretty bad. I mean, if she's in that household of Brian Johnson, it's like in a sense they made her worthless to me. Worthless. I have no hope of right off. What? Oh well, do what you want to do. You're happy now. You don't need me. Don't come here. Whatever. I don't know. You're happy now. Deception. And wouldn't that be something? She would be. She's a very deceptive woman to me, and then she'd end up with that was like a Brian Johnson, a very deceptive guy to me. I guess they're made for each other. Got a similar heart, lion hearts. Who's looking? It says one. Anyway, I'm just saying if she had been beer in moderation, Klonopin legally, a lockbox, not where nobody else can get access to it. I don't like how pharmaceuticals make her act. No. I've told her that farther back. Probably not the only one. Hell, she I go over to the old house with her the first week of February 2022, just a day or two after her Dr. CHI appointment, Glenwood, Arkansas. She's over there. She's getting yarn and things, I guess, that my mother had. And she's like, will you look and see if you can find some crochet needles? I did, even still like on the package, never been used. Knit, crochet. I thought I was going to see her do that. Don't tell me she's pregnant then, was she? Why is she even bringing up crochet? Okay, here's my cross-reference on that. Maybe I should get off of here. Right after her so-called Dr. Michael Verser appointment with a woman by the name of Kira, first week of February 2022, she rode a scat van from here. I did have an appointment scheduled, but a day or two before, I canceled it. Why would she be interested in yarn and asking me to find crochet needles? Because here's the deal. Right after she moves in here with me, summer 2018, before fall of that year, she's telling me about when she's pregnant with Madison, who's born 2005, Madison Page Lee, Madison Page Fryer, that the latter half of that pregnancy, she was high risk, preeclampsia, high blood pressure, basically on something like bed rest. And she's knitted or crocheted a lot. I won't ever forget it. That's what Brianna Summer Van Auken, born August 1982, told me. This man, Scotty Abbott, born Scotty Parker, Arkansas, United States of America, told me in this living room here, this double-wide mobile home, 3458 Highway 8 West, Ormond, Arkansas, 71960, USA, the same side of the CG Roxanne factory, Crystal Geyser, same side of the state highway. I'm in between James Colgrove and the Crystal Geyser factory. My mother died on the other side of the highway, the old house, 3437 location. Okay, Brianna Van Auken, by or before fall of 2018, after she moves in, she kind of told me her whole life story, you might say. After she got comfortable with me and got comfortable about talking, she tells me her whole life story. She told me, yeah, she said when she was pregnant with Madison, okay, a day or two after Madison's delivery, which was natural delivery, Madison couldn't move her arm or her shoulder. Said she took her back to the hospital. Her shoulder was fractured. I think National Park Hospital, Hot Springs, Arkansas, not CHI. Anyway, she talked about, where she knitted like a lot of hats or booties or whatever you call it when she was on the high risk pregnancy. Okay, she never ever says anything else about knitting or nothing until the first week of February 2020 when we go over that old house. And she got a big deal of yarn that I think my mother had gotten, unless somebody else put it over there. Unless somebody was staying over there that previous winter and winter before last. I did find something in her about January 2021. I found a piece of paper back there on ink said Vicky's Clubhouse. I guess it meant Vicky Lynn Wagner. Anyway, no way Brianna Van Auken was pregnant in early 2022, right? So in that regard, I don't know what these people or these doctors have done with her. Like when I went to the appointment with her for the surgery that took place in summer 2019, it was supposed to be a tubal to prevent pregnancy. But just a week or so before that surgery, which was June 28, 2019, the Dr. Michael Cogrove in person is bringing up a procedure called an ablation. He don't even explain why he brought it up. He says there's a procedure that we do that's called an ablation. He says where we burn out the lining of the uterus. He says it's a 90-second procedure. Some doctors do it awake. He says I want you to be comfortable. I sedate you. He said 50% of women never have a period thereafter. He didn't even explain why he brought up the procedure ablation. He just seemed to imply or left it hanging that he might do that on surgery day. 2019. She spent the night here, about a month and a half after that, right before she moves out Rocky Road, Cal Bradshaw, near Piercy, Arkansas. She's on the phone with me saying, I'm still having cramps. I want to go back to Dr. Michael Cogrove and get the ablation. Does that mean she's feeling, if I was the one that got her pregnant, that last year pregnant, we had sex in late July, which I don't know. How many times has she been pregnant? I don't know. And she's done a lot of drugs, 2020, pharmaceutical, other, no telling. She's on the phone with me a few different times out of her head. I get plenty of information to the Donna M. Price, Social Security disability attorney regarding that. So I guess she's got a career out of it. I don't know. Just goes in homes, gets pregnant and calls it a safe place, does drugs while she's waiting it out. I don't know. And then you got somebody like me that wants to talk about it and tell your side of it. And it's just like sad. I guess some people could say forgiveness, but it's like, what is there to forgive? Who is there to forgive? Now these people probably want child support, or they want me to move. They got me a kid in secrecy, drugged up the kid, almost tried to kill the kid. Oh, speaking of that, since the Dr. Michael Cogrove done a pelvic ultrasound, there's two done. The first not done by him, by a woman in Hot Springs, Arkansas, USA, summer 2019. He never stopped her ordered medications from her primary care physician, Dr. Michael Verser. I kid you not. She's on like Ambien, gabapentin. I couldn't tell you what she all did or took when she was away from me. First half of 2019, she was gone sometimes 10 days at once, 10 days at a time, more than once. The follow-up appointment after the surgery June 28th, 2019, Larissa pulled in here on her boyfriend Junior on back of a scooter. Brianna Van Auken was laying in bed. It's a sunny day. It's here with Larry Parker Sr.'s nephew, Michael. Anyway, on the follow, when did he tell her to keep an eye on her periods? That was on the follow-up appointment, July the 11th, 2019. When we get there to that appointment, Dr. Michael Cogrove is looking at me, Scotty Abbott, and he's like, I don't know if I can say the right order that he said this, but he's like, I got all that gunk or junk out of there. He's like, I wanted to do the ablation while I was in there. Kid you not. And she don't even care about nothing of it. And they like, if they bellied up to her, it's just because they hate me, Scotty Abbott, or they want to use her to make money off of her for pornography videos, or make her just be a maid to my kids or something. I don't know. Unless she's in the Piercy area, Glenwood area. I think a lot of this has been about hatred towards me for whatever reason. Jealousy of land, hatred towards me. I don't vote. But then Grant Van Auken don't have a history of voting. She don't care. Anyway, I'm just saying I would have liked if it was doable, if it, you know, I would have liked to have chance to, I don't know, just learn about the thing with her, see if her and I could have bonded over anything honest, and she want to go down a hubble and not be all worried about money. Or I don't like people like that. Everybody's paid, by morals. Well, hell, I mean, she's been selling babies. I don't know for how long. I don't know what she gets out of it. Just she don't go to the penitentiary, and she gets to do all the illegal drugs from pharmacies and be picky about in my lifetime. Is that I don't even like women smoking cigarettes while pregnant. I asked her, I said, once you quit, she said, marry me before fall of 2018. And I said, if you really mean that, if it takes you 4 months, 6 months, I said, how about quitting smoking for my premarital gift? She never pushed that. So it's a horror story. It's just a horror story. I mean, if she would have been sober, I would have liked to have seen her do some things with Brandon Cogburn, or even know that Larissa's pregnant. Hell, she probably already knows on that one. Nobody tells me. But see, I'm just saying, I guess this is what people deserve to hear me talk about, because nobody tells me nothing. I mean, I'm going to have to try, after this, I'm going to have to quit talking about this. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to pretend I'm not going to ever see her again. Or even pretend that I probably, for whatever reason, she's married and I wouldn't want to. I'd loathe to see her with somebody else's children. Why would I? Why would I? I'm not ready for that. Look, why do they even want to see me? Why do they even got to? Why they didn't ever want me on anything? All they want is land. I guess I should just go to Hawaii and leave and be like, here, take it. It's yours, you sick son of a bitches. You win, good son of a bitches. Like John Max II, another sick one. Maybe she hooked up with Brad Cogburn. I don't know. She was following him around for wherever he had in his pocket. She was treating very mean that day. Part of it was due to Xanax. So the way Arkansas government, Department of Human Services, and all of it, and Andy Reiner, and I guess Federal Trade Commission too, if they leave you hanging. I just know something wasn't right. Dr. Michael Cogrove appointment after appointment, and yes. I wish everybody would. Just a little bit. I know sometimes I know what's tested. Looks a lot better. Oh, girl. Like HIV patient. Oh, I mean, this is like I'm just talking to it with. It's like why can't they just plainly tell me? Like why can't there be just an encrypted app, even secular, or even if Jehovah Witnesses are a little bit telling it. I mean, just like why can't there be an app? There's something I tried to do various times last year, spring 2023, get on the TurboTax app, trying to just tell and explain 2023. Under a year ago, and about all my past experiences with Andy Reiner. And you don't tell me Brandon Hawkins now in that household or something like that with the porn addicted pedophile type people that killed my mother, Debbie Abbott, basically destroyed any concept I could have about this. And if that's the case, just tell me. I guess it's true. I mean, if it is, it's like, just let me know, because I need to forget about her. She never wanted to be a stepmother to Brand Carver and whatever. Hell, I asked her that. God bless, right after she moved in summer 2018. I said, if something important ever happens, and I said, I need to watch like Larissa Carmen, Brianna Carmen. I said, you going to help me with that? She's like, I'll watch Larissa, not Brianna, because Brianna's a brat. I swear on my life. I don't know if I should say it that way. And then, bam, a couple months later, she's crying up the papers. I top those for her. So, I mean, it's like, just tell me, yeah, I'm going to presume she's happy. She's living with the people that want child support from me. I don't know how it happened. She still smokes a pack of cigarettes a day or more. Got to meet kids ahead of me. Whatever, I guess if that's the case, whatever I was heartbroken on is become a way bigger disappointment. I get absolutely. It's not closure. It ends on the wicked, evil BITCH wins, and so do the evil attorneys. And that's what they wanted. They hated Scotty Abbott. So I got to quit. Unless there's something I get out of this, I don't know what. She's bought, man. If she's with them, she's bought. If she's living with Madison, good. I just hope she's not with pedophile people. People trying to get Madison to do drugs. I gotta forget about her, man. I do. There ain't nothing. She ain't trustworthy. I was just hoping for closure on it, or her and I both learned some things at the same time in a humble, lowly way. Or I was just going to try to play off on trying to get her to realize that she needs to be sober and why she should be sober, and her to kind of like earn it, or be a good influence for Madison and Brianna Carver. It's open. It's open. Where'd you go? I hope you don't let that dog get over. Would you give me one little thing? You get that silver pen. Yeah. Would you gently, slowly duck it and rinse it? I'll do it. I'll do it. Well, I could pour it in his pants. Don't get in the bathtub with her. These plants need to be outside of the sun. What are we expecting? She's like, I haven't seen her clean this way in a while. What's she doing expecting to happen? Nobody tells me anything. Are you happy with the dog being called Sugar? Yeah. It's got personality. It's named Little Sugar. Don't sell that bar. You'll tear it, dude. Yeah, that's great. I don't know how y'all. Forward, home, falling apart anyway. I am a lot back here. I was wanting to hide because of my illegal wear. A couple of weeks ago, this is one day, I want to say Brenna Johnson, she got married. How in the hell would that happen? That dude had a divorce? That's the worst news I could have ever had, and I guess they're telling the truth about it. It's the worst news I could have had on terms of closure. Worst damn news I could have had. That son of a bitch is in the back of the courtroom looking at me blowing out white fog. He's a whore addicted, wants to fuck the hell out of her, already gets to it apparently. With my little 5-year-old in the next room hearing it. Not my kid. Brandon Lee Johnson. It works out for the evil in Satan's world. 2 Corinthians 4. I quit voting a long time ago. All they had to do was get that woman to. I mean, I would have been happy to be sober with her, but she's got an evil, thieving heart. She needs an evil, thieving husband. They're made for each other. Like Larissa told me, June the 1st, 2021, said, Scotty, don't text Brad Van Auken and Brad Cruz. They laugh when you do it. That's what she said, Larissa Cogburn, June the 1st, 2021. She said Brad Cruz is half brother is a federal wildlife, blah, blah, blah. I said, what do you think about Brad Cruz? She says, I think he's a piece of shit. She said them two are made for each other. When Brad Van Auken called me last Thursday or Friday of July 2021, I said, I heard you had no good boyfriend. She said, oh, he had what I wanted. What I had that she wanted. Something that Brian Johnson and Andy Reiner wanted, my sperm for her egg. Sick. I gotta quit talking about it. I'm gonna have to go through and her lover boy Brian Johnson, somebody that hated my mother Debbie Abbott, like Andy Reiner, and wanted property here badly, that stoops low to be pedophile, land thieves, human trafficking thieves, like Brad Van Auken is. And I don't have anything. Anyway. Maybe they're living in Canada. You know, how does like Jonathan Cogburn and them not know? I don't know. I gotta quit thinking about her, man. I'm not gonna have closure. Why do people? She ain't gonna come if she's got a husband, whatever. The guy never wanted me to meet a kid. Why now? Run off. I don't gotta come here. You don't need to come here. You don't. Why? Why? How much money, Brian Johnson? Look, he's fucking her. He's been billing me behind my back, probably pouring her. I don't even want to think about him. I don't want to think about him. I don't like people like that. I hope they lose custody of the kid if Jehovah God permits it or wills it. I hope they do. Even Madison. I hope they do. Are they still in the porn deal? I bet she moans like a bitch with him. No good bitch. No good evil bitch. No good bitch. Scotty don't like the bitch. Scotty does not like her. Don't like her. Don't like Brian Johnson. Don't like Andy Reiner. Evil people. I guess Federal Trade Commission too. It is not a joy, man, to learn that people steal your kid. Brad Van Auken's a bad woman. I should never have got with her, I guess. Bad woman. Top be bought like a fucking whore, and that's what she is. Baby human trafficking whore. Living with the guy that probably got my kid, a pedophile at that. If she's so happy, the phone said she's happy. She don't need to see me. She don't even need to come here. She's happy. No, they want to make me more miserable. That's what they're happy doing. She's happy. They're happy. They got what they wanted. Whatever. I got to think about her. God bless. This ended up worse. She had to get with somebody I view as a thief. I hate attorneys. I absolutely hate attorneys. I remember Brian Johnson blowing meth or fog at me July 18th, 2017, while Laura Hodges is on the stand. Brandon Lockhan there sitting right by my mother, Debbie Abbott. I moved up closer, and Judge Jerry Ryan looks at me and says, I take it you're Scotty. I said, yes, sir. I moved up because I couldn't hear. He said, that's okay. Jonathan Cogburn was out parked at the square in the black Blazer. Well, he's on the front passenger. Brad Van Auken was my driver that day. She was my driver for my SAE classes, July 2018. She's not somebody I'm proud to say that I don't think she's a good mother. She told me on the phone, so her counselor in early 2020 said she's a bad mother. That's what she said. She told me she's on Xanax. I said, I thought you said Dr. Verser told you a couple of years back to get off of Xanax and go to Klompin. She denied. Hell, she told me in 2018, late 2018, I'm going to jump you off of this, that John Fryer had tied up her and Madison before. Madison was like somewhere between 3 and 6. He was getting ready to leave and thought they were going to leave. I bring it up over a year later, and she just like denies it, like she never said it. But I got a pretty good memory. I used to think she had like women battery syndrome. But anyway, I just have to accept it. It didn't work out that way for me in life. You know, that the woman, she betrayed me bad. She just devious, like Andy Reiner, the rest. They lie. They don't tell you. They're all about what they want, money, babies, drug them up. I mean, I even told her, keep in mind, before fall 2018, I asked her if she wanted to get pregnant with healthy diets. I'm real picky on that. You know, folate, brain development, spinal development. But I said, no smoking cigarettes. I said, I even quit my clumping, less alcohol, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, we're not good financial position for it, but do you want to try to conceive it, you know, once or twice? I said, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, proceed with the table. She said, no, she might have been already pregnant. I don't know. I asked her that in about October in this living room, 2018. In about March of 2019, I'm telling her in that living room with a smile on my face, standing up. I said, if you ever want to quit smoking and marry me, I said, the offer still stands. No, I wasn't talking about kids then. Anyway, if she found a husband that she likes and happy with, as long as he's not a pedophile to a kid of mine, it's more power to them. I hope they don't make Madison do anything bad or be a porn slut. If that's what they're doing, nobody plainly tells me, but the phones plainly told me. Whether it's made up or not, I don't know. It said she's happy. That's all I know. That's all I read. And Brandon Lee Johnson, I guess he got a divorce. I don't know. I'm not happy about it. Just whatever is on my. Anyway, I guess she probably, unless she's doing porn videos, pornography, she probably finally found a guy she don't have to work for or work. Gives her cigarettes, gives her pills, gives her drugs, because he's hooked up with the head honcho and drug task force guy, 18th West rather. I just hope any business, I don't want to be affiliated with Andy Reiner, or y'all got to get a trustee account or something, or Brandon Ogden, whatever. I got to remember, she's not really a classy woman anyway. I was hoping to just have to get money. She's not an honest woman. That's all there is to it. She's always about the sensual pleasures, drugs. She gave away Madison a long time ago. She teared up here in this living room before fall of 2018 since she felt like she chose a man over Madison. One of the truest things I ever heard her say. I don't know what she done to me. She never chose me anyway. She gave a kid away of mine to my enemies. She's my enemy. Horror story, because people can't be, they're not honest people. She asked me, this is February 5th, 2024. When I was telling her about, like, I'm like, I'm pretty sure, but she told me I don't know. When I asked her, like, did Dr. Michael Colgrove know you're pregnant? Not telling anybody. She's like, I don't know. And I said, well, I said, thank you for not giving a definite answer, because I said, the way that I've got it timelined in my mind, I know the answer. And I don't know what I all said, but I remember her answer. I said, like, I've been thinking there's a kid out there. I don't know. I said, I've been thinking somebody else has got a kid of mine, maybe close by, not necessarily out of the country. And she's like, what? Did it make you mad? I said, you damn right it did. I didn't scream it, yell it. I don't know if anybody can pull that up on the drone technology. She said, did it make you mad? Well, she's on this couch. She said it'll be okay. She's never worried about it anyway. That's her job. She wins up until Armageddon. I ain't got nothing. Why? At this point, what? Maybe give me a month or something. What, y'all want me to just cocktail party kid run around in the yard here with other people? Why? It's not my kid, man. My kid was taken. The woman gave her away. I don't have to steal her, flirt with her lover boy, kiss her lover boy, whatever. Y'all got what y'all wanted. Y'all never wanted me anyway. Y'all just wanted property like the gritty gold digging thieves y'all are. Brian Johnson, my enemy. Is he rich off of me? J.C. Baber says he drives a Tesla. Tell me that in the driveway here, 2023. I don't know, or some people say I have to humble up with all these mean, cruel people. What, an almost 5-year-old? I hope y'all do. What, y'all just want to use me. Y'all ain't got no, y'all don't even like me. Just go ride in the sunset and be happy. I don't like people like you. Do I? How do I stop this? How do I close this out? Just to close it out.